Good morning again, and thank you for joining us here on Virginia This Morning. I'm Cheryl Miller. The 2015 Gallup-Purdue Index report explores the relationship between student debt and experience. Many students come out of college with a massive debt that will take them years and years to repay. And that leaves many asking, is college worth the cost? Local money expert Bryan is here to talk about these report's findings. Good morning, JB.
Good morning, Cheryl. I love this information. I think it's just great for all of us to know, and especially for parents like myself who have my daughter's entering high school.
College, yeah.
She's getting in high school, and I'm like, wow, this is interesting. I've thought that the most interesting part about the study was that it was not the school's reputation that decided how satisfied the graduates were, or if, in questioning them, do you feel that it was worth the cost? Was it worth it? Your undergraduate, specifically, they were talking about undergraduate degrees. Were they worth your investment? And it had no connection to the school's reputation at all. It was all about what did the school offer to them as far as mentoring programs? Did they have a relationship with their professors? They were much more likely to be satisfied and happy with their investment, even if it did cost them a lot of money, if they develop relationships, real relationships that help them in their career.
So they felt like they got something out of being in college, not just an education, but more.
A true experience, and that's what really made it worth its while. And I think that it's really helpful for institutions when they're trying to increase the success rate of their graduates. What do they need to do? Well, the graduates are saying it loud and proud in the poll that you need to have things where we can interact with the professors, where I can really feel they were like 1.5 times more likely to be satisfied if they felt that the professors really cared about them, if they actually interacted with their professors one-on-one, had a relationship with them, had a mentoring experience, had an internship experience, that they had programs that helped them.
This is a true investment then. The students felt like they were investing in themselves and the school was investing in them after the fact, instead of just looking at that bill at the end of the 4 years or 6 years or however long you stay in college and getting sticker shock looking at what you've got to pay back.
Yes, so they were happy with it. If they did have debt, of course, having a large amount of debt. And did you know that the average amount of school loan debt is about $30,000 now for graduates?
I would have said more.
I know, right? So there's some people, well, there's probably a lot of people who come out with no debt, and they're blessed. They better say thank you to their parents. But they're actually, those who came out with debt were less likely to go on to graduate school and less likely to be happy about their investment in college.
What did the poll say, if at all, about the satisfaction rate if a student felt that the school had actually prepared them for their profession and prepared them for what life was going to offer once they got out of school?
And that's the people that were satisfied. If the school had a program, not the reputation of the school, not that it was just the greatest school in the world, that it was Ivy League, that it was, respected by all, but if the school actually allowed them to have support, internships, mentoring programs, relationships that help them make better decisions, that's what I believe. That when they had that input from the professionals, from the professors, that actually allowed them to make better choices in their career, so they were more satisfied as professionals, those particular alumni.
But education is a two-way street, so the student has to take some ownership as well. So what can a student do now to kind of make sure that they get the most out of this investment, which for a lot of people, that's the most expensive thing, a college education, that they're ever going to buy in their life?
You're right, until they have children, right?
Right.
You can't buy them, but definitely, indeed, and then have to educate them. But that's a very good point, because what you should do to make sure that you get the return, if you didn't develop the relationship with the professors, with the school while you were there, do it now. It's not too late. I still get emails from my undergraduate school.
Well, it's only a year or two ago,
That's
right?
Indeed, only two. But definitely, I still get emails from them, and it's been decades. And that you can actually get involved with programs that they have for you to network with graduates, to have developed relationships with professors that are there now. take part in some continuing education programs that your school may have. I'm extremely satisfied with my undergraduate and graduate because of the programs that they still have going on, the relationship that they still have with me. But as Jessica and I were talking about this morning, that it does come down to, in many cases, what you decide that you're going to do. You know, you do have to have some input because this, especially now that you might be a graduate, now it's up to you to go back and get it, as you mentioned.
And sometimes reach back and maybe become a mentor yourself.
Wow, aren't you right? That's so true. That is so, and you really should. And because sometimes you don't think that you have anything to offer because you might feel that you haven't ultimately made it. But to those who are still studying, you have made it. You've completed what they're trying to complete. So definitely become a part of the solution. Get involved with your school, and that's a great way. You're right. Or if there isn't a mentor program at your undergraduate, go back and do it. You set it up.
So the bottom line of this is the satisfaction is what you put into it, and hopefully making a relationship with your professors and the school.
You're so right. You're right. And so you'll be satisfied.
Satisfaction is a good thing, JB. Thank you.
Amen.
JB Bryan conducts free money seminars Wednesdays at noon and Saturday mornings at 10 at our office in Glen Allen. If you'd like to learn more about these kinds of topics, these seminars are free, but pre-registration is required. If you'd like to find out more, just visit us online at WTVR.